You're watching Let's Chat.
I am here this morning with my great friend Richard Self and Let's Chat regular with Don Self State Farm Agency. Thanks for coming on, Richard. Always good to have you.
Feels like I was just here, Andy. Good to see you
I
too.
just love it. I'm excited of what we're going to learn about today because it sounds like it's impacting everybody.
It is.
Inflation.
Inflation is yeah, it's impacting us all.
So what are you seeing? You're telling me out there in the hallway, there's some shocking, changes in the industry of what people are asking you about what you're hearing?
Yeah, well, the first question when a customer would call us used to be, how you doing? Hadn't talked to you in a while.
Right.
Now it's, why'd my rate go up so much,
Oh.
And so the conversation starts a little bit differently than it has historically. And there's not very much we can do about that. We try to get in front of and be a little bit proactive about having those conversations, which is why we want to talk about it today a little bit. Inflation is impacting us all.
So I got a text that said your rate, whatever is your premium has just been deducted out of your account, and this is what it was, and it was like a little bit more than last month, last premium. And I was wondering, if we didn't have a crash, we didn't have a ticket, was this an inflation
This
situation?
is absolutely an inflation issue, and it's industry-wide.
Right.
It's not just our company, it's industry-wide. Let's just say, for instance, the way insurance companies budget for paying claims, they set aside funds anticipating this is what it's going to cost to make the repairs on the car.
Sure.
And then 3 months later, when the parts come in and the work finally gets done, it costs 30% more than that. Well, the insurance companies end up paying out 30% more than they had budgeted for, which is, it's an industry-wide thing. It's happening.
And I'm not saying I'm glad to hear it's industry-wide and not just you all, because you have the best customer service. I know that just from speaking with you.
Thank you.
So if your rates are raising, everyone's rates are raising.
I anticipate that to be true.
Because yes, I mean we're seeing it. So it's
historically, State Farm being the biggest company, they would sort of set the market as far as rates go. When State Farm would raise rates or lower rates, the other companies would follow, but that's not what we're seeing today.
Okay.
This loss experience, and nobody feels sorry for the insurance companies, okay, we get that, and it's okay, but industry-wide, the loss experience has been what I just described, that repairs cost more than we had planned for.
Right.
And that's true industry-wide, not just with our company.
But it's not all bad news. There's still things customers can do to save money, and what are some of them?
Absolutely. I always talk about students, young drivers. There are a couple of things that they can do with our company, and I'm sure other companies have those too. Getting good grades is always one way to save money for a student, but also we have a program called Steer Clear, which the combination of Steer Clear plus good grades is about a 20% discount on the car that kid is driving. So that's a big deal. And most of the companies now have a form of what we call telematics, some sort of a device in your car that tracks mileage, tracks driving behaviors, those kinds of things. And those are ways that you can fine-tune your own personal premium. So I'll just give you, for instance, quickly, if you and I have the same car and we generally, have the same driving habits, but I drive 35,000 miles a year and you drive 5,000 miles a year, we shouldn't pay the same rate.
I love that. That's very custom.
So we can fine-tune and customize our rate per vehicle.
And do you offer that machine?
It's just a little Bluetooth connectable device.
Okay.
And I know I save about $100 a year just on my policy, just one car, but a family with multiple vehicles, it adds up.
That's amazing. Well, how can people contact you and set up a consultation with you?
Sure, that's really easy. Our phone number is 423-396-2126, and you can reach us anytime, Monday through Friday. And even if you have an emergency, you can reach us after hours. And we'd be more than happy to have a consultation, have a meaningful conversation with you.
Right, and I'm sure you welcome people that might already be set up with another company to sit down and talk with you about how...
We've talked about before, it's important to us that you know what you have. We don't want you to have any surprises. Whether you come with us or not, we want to make sure that you have appropriate coverage for your family.
Well, I love having you on all the time, Richard.
great.
I know your personality and customer service shines out to our viewers, so
Well,
I
thank
hope
you. I
you're
appreciate
always
that.
successful with this. I'm sure you are. But thank you again for coming on.
Thanks, Andy.
Go check out Richard Self with Don Self State Farm. He can be reached at 423-396-2126. I also know you're on Facebook, Don Self State Farm Agent. Again, 423-396-2126. Thanks for coming on, Richard.
Thanks,
See you next
Andy.
time.
Appreciate you.